Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
1 millions of code which is in SOA, which power the hundreds of feature, divided by 100. So how many lines of code will become? 1 million is 10 lakhs by
10,000.
10,000, right? Yeah, I think so.
10,000.
10,000. Yeah. So let me ask you one very simple question, guys. See, I agree. If I ask you to maintain the code of 1 million's code yourself, you'll say, Rajesh, this is too much. But you're a software engineer. And if I give you only lifetime, only 10,000 lines of code and only four functions, create, read, update, and delete. CRUD. Can't you manage as a software engineer? You have to do the coding also, you have to do the testing also, and you have to make it live also. So can it be done in 1 hour now? Tell me.
Yes.
So that is the reason we introduce the architecture microservices. Let's not see, not entire software you have a problem. You have only problem with one of the part of the problem, but we have to build everything, you have to code everything, you have to test everything, you have to deploy everything. Why to do that? Let's work on the only one service which may be 5,000 lines of code or maybe thousands lines of code, only consists of 4 features, and only one engineer can do the development also, testing also, and operations also. Only 5,000 lines of code. So it can be possible. If you have 1 hours of release cycle, can be possible if you change the architecture. Guys, but people started revolting. Saying that no, I'll not do that. I'll tell you some of the words which I also have used. I'm a developer. Why should I do the testing? Simple question. Why should I do the testing? I'm a developer. Why should I do the operation? That's not my work. Testing team will say, hey, I am a testing team. I'm doing the testing. I'm a quality analyst. Why should I do the development? I don't want to do the development. Operations team will say, hey, I've been doing the operations from last so many years, taking care of the production servers and so on, an IT and infrastructure team. Why should I do the development, or why should I do the testing? It's a mindset problem, right? See, we all are software engineers. If you ask someone out of this world, I mean out of the software engineering world, if you say you are a software engineer, so they'll say simply, oh, you are writing a code now, correct? But when we are in a software engineering, you know that what we do, correct now?
Yes.
So from outside, people think we are writing a code, but we knows what we do. So here is the same thing, mindset issues actually. Mindset of each individual. We are not ready to change. because we got so much comfortable. I was, having a bad time changing my mindset. I said, I'm not going to do the testing, I'm not going to do the operations, I'm not going to do anything. Okay, same thing with the testing team, same with the operation team. So this is a mindset, individual mindset problem, and same time culture issues with the team. Team itself don't want to change it. You are happy being a QA team, you are happy being a dev team, you are happy being an operations team, you are happy being an architect team, but you don't want to work together. You want to work with certain mailing system, this, that, and all, but if you say, okay, work together as a one team instead of multiple team, you don't want to work. There is no culture for it. So many scientists thought, let's say, if you want to, this, you want to get it quality release, again redefining the quality release, and again reduce the release cycle. You want to reduce the cost and all. You need to migrate. Others will not be able to survive. We need to migrate. But people were not willing to change actually. People were not willing to change. They were not willing to act like a developer also, testing also, operations also. They are not willing to migrate to the architecture of microservices. They were not willing to migrate to the containers, running the containers. So lots of boosting or lots of things are required by the organizations. So then they say, okay, fine. How can I, please hear me out. How can I change the mindset of engineer? So they should be ready for, I'm not saying you have to do that. They should be ready for development, architecture, development of testing and operations, all these things. How can you change the environment of the team? So instead of multiple team culture, we should have one team, one process, one culture, one mindset, one goal. How can we have it? How can we ask them to learn the new technology which will help us? For example, containerization, Kubernetes, Docker. And how can we ask them to, the software which is having 100 features assembled together? And how can we tell, hey guys, can we keep it separate, all these features separate? Let's run it separate. Let's talk about the, let's connect through the network rather than putting it everything together. How can we tell? So then people started talking about, okay, what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. And that is where the DevOps has come into the picture. That is where the DevOps has come into the picture. See, people will say many definition of DevOps. If you still go to Google, okay, if you go to the Google and find it, what is DevOps? Some people say DevOps is a mindset transformation. Some people say DevOps is a cultural transformation. Some people say you learn this tool, you become a DevOps. Some people say DevOps is a team, one separate team. There is a dev team, there is a QA team, there is an operation team, and there is a DevOps team. Some people say would say like that. Some people will say DevOps is nothing, just automate everything and it's become a DevOps. But actually, DevOps is a wrapper actually. DevOps is a wrapper. DevOps is a way, DevOps is a philosophy actually. DevOps is a philosophy. DevOps is a concept. Using DevOps, you are asking engineers to change your mindset. Please understand in a simple way. Change your mindset. Why? Because we are going to as a DevOps. So you are labeling DevOps. It's just a keyword actually. Nothing great about it. DevOps is nothing great. It's just a keyword. You are saying, hey, change your mindset. Why? DevOps. That's associated everything, every transformation with the DevOps now. So then change the mindset. Okay, so okay, I should change my mindset because of DevOps. But what DevOps is saying for, so I can change mindset. So changing mindset for what reason? So yeah, are you ready for coding? If you say yes, are you ready for the testing? The see, are you ready for the right? Are you ready for the writing the code for the product? Yes. Are you ready for the writing the code for the testing the product? Yes. Are you ready for writing the code for the infrastructure operations and all, CI/CD and all? Yes. If you say yes, that means mindset change. That's a DevOps. Simple. If you say no, then still you are in Agile or waterfall. If you say yes, if you say yes, you are a DevOps. That's a mindset change. Second thing we'll have, what is a DevOps in terms of team? So team culture has to change. What culture you are talking about? So earlier dev plus operations. Sorry, dev plus QA were working in Agile and operations were separate. Now, because of this, lots of delays were happening, lots of wastage used to get created. So, what you are talking about, what culture you are talking about as part of the DevOps? So, DevOps is talking about the culture change. That means development, QA, and operations will work as a team, one team, not a multiple team. There is no dev team in a DevOps concept. In a DevOps, there is no QA team. In a DevOps, there is no operations team, just a one team, and that's called DevOps. So DevOps is not a separate team from the dev, QA, and operation. DevOps is itself is representing every team, one mindset, one culture. Are you understanding, guys, all of you?
Yes, sir, Raj.
Yeah. Then people started asking question. Okay, I will change my mindset. I'm ready for coding for the product and testing the code, code for the testing the product and infrastructure. I'm ready for that. And in fact, I'm ready to work as a team, not as a dev team. I'm not a dev team, I'm not a QA team, I'm not an operations team, I am a DevOps team. Okay, I changed the culture of the team. Then what else? Then people started talking about, hey, let's do one thing, let's change the architecture also. So divide your product into hundreds of pieces, small, small pieces. Because why? Because if you do not divide, we cannot fix that, we cannot do the release in the 1 hour. We have to do, see, what, 10 million of lines of code. You have to modify, you have to test, you have to operations. It will take multiple days actually. But if you divide, you don't have to touch entire software where the problem, well, you have to touch only the services, only the microservices which has a problem. And that can be done with hardly 5,000 lines of code. Only few modifications will be there, only 4 functions are there as part of these each microservices. So change it. So change the architecture itself. Are you ready for it? Yes. Let's not run the software on the virtual server. Then people started, well, should we run containers, Docker, Kubernetes? Why? It will save your time. It will save your time to run. You can create a dev environment. How much? 1 second. QA environment. How much? 1 second. The production environment. How much? 1 second. You are saving so much of time. I remember when I was in working in a, early of my career, half day I used to take a setup a half day I used to spend to set up a dev environment or QA environment. Every 3 days you have a new QA environment or production environment, lots of days actually, few months altogether. Nowadays 1 second. So I am saving lots of time. Where you spend? Write a code for what? Product or testing the product or infrastructure. It's all about the coding. You have to do the coding. You'll all have to migrate into the thus concept. Change your mindset first, which will lead you to change your culture, then change the architecture, change the platform, and then you will have lots of DevOps tool which will bring the automation, like automation at the Git source code management level, scanning level, build management level, deployment management level, delivery level, monitoring level. Lots of tool has come introduced recently. Lots of tool has come which I'm going to teach you. That is called DevOps tool. So first thing, change your mindset. Second thing, change your culture. Third thing, change the architecture. Fourth thing, change your platform, and then introduce lots of tool which I'm going to teach you. And with that, you can do all this. You can achieve the objective, and that is called reduce. Just again, that is something here. This slides I'm showing you again and again because that's the objective of your organization, and that's the reason you are learning also DevOps. Are you understanding, all of you?
Rajesh, I'm not getting any slides. I'm not able to see.
No, I'm showing the slides.
I'm not able
Guys,
to
you are not
see.
able to see
Yeah, it's visible
my
now.
Okay, so just you can drop off
It's
from the
visible.
meeting and
It's
you can
visible.
come back. Yeah. So guys, are you getting it? All of you, what is the DevOps?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing
Rajesh.
new, guys. Don't give so much of importance. People give so much of importance to DevOps. Hey, we have to learn DevOps. We have to implement DevOps. Nothing great about it. It's just the requirement got changed. That's all. World is changing. Requirement get changed, and we are labeling with something new keyword because you can't label with the same thing because you know that that is means that. So we have to label with something else to redefine the things. So again, if someone will ask you, DevOps means first we need to change the mindset. I need to be ready for coding for the product, testing the product and infrastructure. I should do everything. Maybe 5 lines of code only, maybe 20 lines of code only, but I should be ready for everything. Second thing, changing the culture within a team. So there's no multiple team. There's only one team. That's called DevOps team. And with that DevOps team will work together in a so integrated way. One team, one goal, one objective, one culture, one process, one practices, some common tools. Superb. No multiple tools, no multiple issues, integration issues. And then after that, change the architecture of the software slowly. It might take 1 year, 2 years, but you have to change the runtime environment and bring all these tools, which I'm going to talk about the tools also, and then that's called DevOps. That's called DevOps. So this is something we wrap up with the DevOps. So in order to practice the DevOps, you need to learn what is container. I'll teach you. What is microservices? I will teach you. What is a DevOps? Again, we are discussing it. What is a CI/CD? What is SRE? What is the DevSecOps? So all these things we have to understand as part of it. Okay, so yes, DevOps is a uh, making everyone together working, development team, which include the dev and QA and operations team together with a single mindset, with a single culture, and so on. Okay, so again, this is the objective of organization: quality release, immediate release, cost reduction. So many teams were there earlier. Same thing I've been repeating in a different way. Multiple teams were there. If you want to reduce that, if you want to achieve this organization, this objective, then you have to combine all these people together. These all people, development, QA, testing, operations, they should have a mindset change first, so they can work together. Then culture change, then the architecture and the platform change, and then automations, all these things. So yeah, challenges for the organizations are many actually. There are many organizations, there's many challenges for the organizations. Okay, there are multiple teams, multiple tools, multiple culture, mindset, multiple processes, multiple practices, multiple SDLC phases. So what to do? What to do? See, multiple teams earlier, multiple teams. You have a analysis, design, development, testing, deployment, maintenance team. Multiple teams with a multiple mindset, multiple culture, multiple tools were there. Different tools are using different tools. Different teams are using different tools. Multiple phases we were having earlier. Okay, multiple. You see, multiple tools for multiple things. So many tools are there. The problem is how to do the quality release, how to do the immediate release, how to reduce the cost reduction. Again, same objective. So we have decided to migrate to DevOps approach. So DevOps is not a model actually, it's approach. Okay. So from model full to Agile, Agile to DevOps. Okay. I'm just skipping some of the slides, it's not important. So
Sir, but company is
so do
still
you
asking
want
Agile. I don't know why.
because Agile will help you to combine the effort of development and QA together. Many organizations still the development team is separate and
Hmm.
QA team is separate. So first, if you want to do the DevOps, first you have to have a Agile. Development and QA need to work together. So in your if you're an organization, if Dev and QA is not working together, that's the reason they want you to be Agile, Scrum. Okay, so if you want to say DevOps, I'm a DevOps. So this is a
With
very
the
important
GoToMeeting
slide.
web app, you can screen share in
Yeah,
the web app.
guys, mute yourself.
.com.
Guys, there's some background noise coming from someone. Please mute yourself.
GoToMeeting will
Yeah. Okay, so now if you want to migrate to DevOps, you should be ready with this mindset. I'll tell you, some of the people have asked me, hey Rajesh, I don't want to do the coding and still I want to become a DevOps engineer and I want to be highly paid. Okay. So
That is
tell me
highly
one thing,
impossible.
highly impossible. This is a mindset change actually you have to do within yourself. Now, see, if you set your mindset, I don't want to code, then you cannot be a DevOps. But, if you set your mindset, I am ready to code, but you should ask, Rajesh, what should I code actually? Is it really difficult? Am I going to write a code for everything? The answer is very simple. No, you are not going to write a code for everything. You are not going to write a code for entire software. You have to write just code for part of it. It may be software functionality, maybe testing functionality, or maybe infrastructure code. Okay. So, and you're not going to write lots of code, little bit of code. And that nowadays coding also is very easy to learn, easy to, practice and easy to implement and all stuff like that. So many of the coding I'll teach you, by the way. In this session, I'll teach you Python. I'll teach you Maven coding for the build automation. I'll teach you Gradle coding for build automation. I'll teach you Ansible coding for infrastructure deployment automation. I'll teach you Terraform for infrastructure automation. I'll teach you the Jenkins coding, Jenkins file coding for CI/CD implementations. So many codes, shell scripting for operating system automations. So I'll teach you all this coding, but you have to change your mindset. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's very important for that. So DevOps is not a separate team. DevOps is not separating. DevOps is a team, one team, which has a development people, QA people, operations people working together, and everyone is writing a code. This slide you should please hard code. This statement is my statement, and you won't get on the internet. Just two way to simply define the DevOps process. Okay.
Sir, in the previous side, that comparison side slide, no, you compared browser, console, and app. So these are the SaaS, right? Software as a service.
No,
Right.
that is a cloud platform. I'm not discussing right now.
Okay, that consumption. Sorry.
Cloud offering. Cloud offering means how do you get infrastructure? These all we'll discuss in the AWS session.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Yeah. So infra right now I'm not discussing. Yeah.
Okay.
So the important objective is, are you ready for doing everything? That is it.
Yes.
That is important. Okay. So set your mindset, because if you don't set, see, you all are coming from the different team. So I cannot ask, hey, you guys, team, hey team, please change the culture and start working together. I cannot say, but each individual, you can change your mindset. That's you can do, and after that, you can learn lots of process changes. What to bring the changes, tools and all, and that I'll help you with it. So yes, so this is the DevOps guy you are going to become. You will do everything. You will do the quality assurance also. You will do the code release also. You will write a code also. You test the code also. You deploy the code also. You secure the code also. Everything you should be ready to do that. That's a mindset change. Okay. So this is something which you have to do that. So remember, here when I say DevOps, Dev plus Ops, here when I say Dev means development team plus testing team. Remember, an operations team, because Agile we merge development plus testing. In DevOps we are merging every teams together in one team. Dev plus operations. Okay, so this is the stuff. So many people, please understand that many people think, hey, you combine the development team and operations team and you become a DevOps. It's not like that. It's not true. So DevOps is not a tool. See, I'll teach you DevOps tool, but DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is not only automation. You automate, development will say, hey, I have automated my task. QA also say, I have automated all of my task, and operation also say, but there is a gap between the dev plus QA plus operations. So there is a gap. So automation is not a DevOps. Let's say some of you will say, hey, I have an access right for everything. So I'm a DevOps. No. And DevOps is not a one team. Mind it, when I say one team, that means many people say, hey, there is a dev team, there is a QA team, there is operations team, and there is a DevOps team. This is wrong. DevOps itself combined of everything. That's the one. That's one. So DevOps is a philosophy. DevOps is a concept. In DevOps, we define how do we communicate with each other. Each other means Dev, QA, and operations. How do we understand each other? How do we understand each other? Okay. How do we integrate? Integration is very important. See, I'll put it in this way. How effectively you communicate with each other. So I'll put it in this way. Let's say you are the guy who are doing development also, testing also, and operations also. So you know everything. So your communication will be at a certain different level altogether compared to the guys who's only doing the development or testing or operations. Understand this way. You are the guy, you are understanding every part of it, architecture, development, understanding. Not everything you will become a Superman and doing everything alone. No, understanding everything. So your understanding will, with a product, with a development environment, QA environment, operation environment, will be in a to a level where you can speed up the software development and testing process and operation process. See, there is a different teams, different phases, different tools, different process which you have. If you integrate, DevOps is all about the process of integrating. Integrate all the people, all the teams, all the phases, all the process, all the practices, so your objective of the organization can be met, and the rebuilding the relationship. So DevOps is all about this one. So DevOps is not a new technology or a product. It's an approach or culture of the software development that seek stability and performance at the same time that it speeds the software delivery to the business. So this is something what we call DevOps. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm good, Rajesh.
Yeah. So now the question is, how do we implement the DevOps? How do we implement it? When you start implementing DevOps, how do we do that? So if you look at the every projects, they have these issues. They finish the product late, the budget which get exceeded, and lots of quality issues you have in the product. What you want to do? Opposite. You want to finish here. You have a problem finishing late. What do you want? Immediate release. Here you have exceeding the budget. What do you want? Cost reduction. Here you have lots of quality issues. What do you want? Objective of organization, quality release. So it's opposite, right? So what to do? If you want to implement the DevOps, what to do? So first, create a one research, do a research, and find out why the things are getting delayed actually. See, earlier you were having multiple teams. Now you are ready to implement the DevOps. So you have to find out what are the areas we need to work on. So why the things are getting delayed? So I will say this time hey guys, we need to do the product release in 1 hour, 1 day or something.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.